tell us a little bit how you see it as customer-centric.
Well, one thought at the beginning when we developed MEDDIC, and MEDDIC the word was not even created. We just said, if you want to grow worldwide, standardization is the prerequisite for growth. So what are the standards in sales? How can we do a standard approach in sales? And there was one thing, everybody was talking about the sales process, but nobody really took care about the human beings under pressure having to make good decisions. And then we changed the perspective and said, let's create a customer-centric approach where the customer and the people who have to make decisions are in the center of what we do. Therefore, in MEDDIC, and I'm just taking something maybe too early, because 1D in MEDDIC means decision process. We're not talking about a sales process, we're talking about decision processes. And the decision has to be done from the customer. And the whole framework is created around this decision process to support people, to delight these people, win them as champions, create the relationship to people who will spend the money for it, and take care for all the stakeholders, identify them in the early moments in your sales activity, and get them all in the boat. And the boat, we're always talking who needs to be in the boat. Our boat is called the decision process. And therefore, we think it's a customer-centric approach rather than a sales process.
I love it. It's absolutely. Another way to look at it, I explain it in my workshops very often, is that customers in the past 3-4 decades have massively adopted technology, whether a sales rep called on them or not. They have adopted technology to automate, to increase productivity, and to reduce cost or increase revenue. As a result, increase the profit, the bottom line. So when we think about it at a high level, salespersons are catalysts here who are messengers who are bringing the message of a source of productivity to the clients. And therefore, they should not be in a position of begging or following up 10 times with no value to the prospect, things like that. That's why the approach is, instead of always be closing, which is a sales-driven approach with a vendor-driven approach, to always be qualifying, which by definition is another way of looking at it, which is a customer-centric approach, which is all focused on the customer's needs so that we qualify those needs and understand them and either present a solution or understand that this is not for us and not wasting their time and our time,